Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, USA. Yes, this is our town, nestled in a cradle of beautiful Wisconsin hills. Though the town itself covers but 8 square miles, its retail area serves over 80,000 people in a 50-mile trade area. Our town's jobbing territory serves 130,000 people in a 150-mile area. 2 railroads, the Sioux Line and the Northwestern, connect Chippewa Falls with all parts of our great country. And express lines, an airport, and the wonderful network of well-paved highways make transportation no problem at all. Chippewa Falls was first settled in 1837. It was organized as a village in 1853 and then incorporated into a city in 1869. The miraculous growth of our town was due in a major share to the wonderful stand of white pine, which made Chippewa Falls a leading logging center. Once, red-shirted lumberjacks swarmed up and down this thoroughfare, Bridge Street, in great numbers. The blessings of nature and the concerted efforts of the people of our town have made Chippewa Falls one of the country's finest tourist meccas. The Chamber of Commerce operates an information booth where over 8,000 people are aided each season. From everywhere they come: Florida, Ontario, Ohio, Colorado, California, Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota, Manitoba, more and more, representing almost every state in the whole country. From Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Missouri, everywhere. It is the rich beauty and splendor of the many lakes and streams, like Lake Wissota, which attracts many of these tourists to this area. This lake is one of the best known and certainly one of the most beautiful. It is 15 miles long and 2.5 miles wide. Another equally wonderful recreation spot is Irvine Park, with its splendid combination of beautiful woodland and man-made recreational developments. Much of the timber territory around here was cut, but not in this park. In the early days, it belonged to William Irvine, manager of the local sawmill, who had the park set aside for his own estate. In his will, however, Mr. Irvine gave the park to the town. Also, he gave funds to help develop the already natural beauty of the trees and flowers. Because of the wonderful water bodies and beaches, this area is ideal for swimming and water sports of all types. At Wissota Lake Beach Resort, thousands each year find normal, healthy exercise along the shore. Many of these people rent cottages and cabins along the lake, mostly for vacations, but some stay here the entire summer. Because of its calm water, Lake Wissota is great for all types of boating, especially rowing and canoeing. And too, because of its length, it provides ample opportunity for sailing and motorboat racing. There are fine golf courses and picnic areas near the lake, but by far, it is the water sports and beach activities that attract the greatest numbers. Though the lakefront offers great safety for beginning swimmers, there are also excellent chances for the most advanced aquatic enthusiasts to practice and display their skills. Still others simply enjoy sitting in the bright sunshine on a warm, breezy beach. But no matter what your choice, you're sure to find it here. In addition, there are also many public beaches along the lake that are nice. In Irvine Park, the swimming facilities are located at the Marshall Playground Pool. The land for the playground was donated by Mrs. Marshall, widow of the late Wisconsin State Supreme Court judge. Originally, just a small creek flowed here, but it was transformed into this modern and completely safe pool. It's people like Mrs. Marshall and Mr. Irvine who have helped make our town a clean, wholesome place in which to live, a place where our children have the excellent recreational facilities that are so needed. Beautiful models, Hollywood starlets? No, they're teachers. These girls spend their summers instructing the children of Chippewa Falls in water safety, life-saving, and swimming. The girls are hired and paid by the Red Cross, but they work closely with our town's recreational staff making a highly efficient and coordinated program. Instruction is given Mondays through Fridays with separate classes for each degree of skill, ranging from non-swimmers to advanced lifesavers. The whistle, rather than the old school bell, brings the classes to order for the roll call. The children come from all around this area. Some walk, some ride their bikes, and still others are brought by car or bus, but they all are diligent in their studies and are rarely late or absent from the class meetings. And with instructors like these, who would be? Really, though, these girls are as competent as they are lovely. Mary Ann Maurer gives instruction to the kids in life-saving. During the rest of the year, Mary is an elementary teacher in the Minneapolis public schools. She's still teaching, only the subject has been changed. At the Marshall Pool, the courses of instruction include the very latest of techniques, such as new advances in artificial respiration methods. Also, the children are taught approaches, blocks, parries, carries, and all other vital facts connected with life-saving procedure. This summer instruction is just another example of the keen interest the people of Chippewa Falls have in their children and in their well-being. Here they have lots of fun in the out-of-doors and learn all at the same time. And the children really love it. They all take an active interest in what they are being taught and then put it to good use. The docks float on polystyrofoam planks donated by the Chippewa Falls Plastic Company. Incidentally, Chippewa Plastics is one of the newest industries in our town. It was started just in 1948 by Mr. D.H. Williams, a chemist. Although it is a rather young industry, it has made great strides forward since its beginning. Originally employing only 2 persons, the staff now is 65. They operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Products manufactured here include plastic bags, floats, which you just recently saw, food packages, fence insulators, and many, many other items that help make our modern-day living so comfortable. The business originally started out occupying only 1/2 the basement in its present location. However, due to its tremendous success, it now occupies the entire building. All the work done by Chippewa Plastics is precision engineered to meet specific requirements. These insemination tubes are checked every step along the way. The diameter of the bore opening must be within 4/1000th of an inch accurate in order to be approved. In the relatively short year of its existence, Chippewa Plastics has gained an enviable reputation for producing high-quality materials. This has been achieved through capable engineering and plenty of hard work. One of the most vital and important products being produced by the Plastics Company is the 75mm shell liner. It is these liners that hold the powder of the 75mm recoilless rifle, which was so important in the Korean fighting. The end part of the liner is made in an 8-ounce injection molder. The weighing of each lot of plastic is carefully controlled by machines. The molten plastic is injected into the mold, and the clamp section pressing against it gives it the final shape that's desired. Much of the automatic machinery used here was developed in this country. $2.5 million liners are being turned out by this plant, 12,000 in a single day. The shell cap and the liner are placed on a loading pin which holds them together. The process of producing the liner is similar to that of the insemination tube, except that it is a thinner plastic with a much larger bore opening. Our town is rightfully proud of Chippewa Plastics for their great service to the nation in time of need. For the outdoor men, there's plenty of hunting and fishing in our town, and young and old alike go in for these sports. Contests are held each year for the largest fish of the various species. Another water sport that has caught the fancy of quite a few people is water skiing. This four-skier team, which has never had any lessons, includes sisters Marlene and Beverly Shield. Beverly is one of the instructors at the swimming pool. It looks like fun, and it is. This is a brother team. Bill and Roger Stiles can really maneuver themselves over those waves. It takes real physical stamina to do stunts like this, along with some good old dunkings in the learning stage. They're a long way off, but here they come, skimming smoothly along the surface of the lake. Many of the people of our town come here during the summer just to watch these young people practice and perform and really enjoy it. One of the most exciting stunts for both the participant and the onlooker is the building of a pyramid as they ski over the water. Since brothers Bill and Roger are architect students at Lawrence University, this should be easy. Yes, it may look easy, but it's really very difficult. It takes precision, timing, and movement. These young people really enjoy this kind of living. Most of them have made plans to stay in Chippewa Falls and live. This is a real tribute to our town and its people. Baseball is one of the major sports in Chippewa Falls, and it's baseball for all ages. Hardball and softball are both represented in our town, and represented by a tremendous proportion of our people. As a matter of fact, Chippewa is regarded as the state's softball capital. During the summer months, at almost any time during the day or evening, there's a game in progress at Marshall Playground. Some of the different teams are men's, women's, juniors, girls, and the young fellas we see here, the midgets. Most of these teams are supported by gifts from local merchants, industries, and civic organizations. At Irvine Park, there are also extensive playground facilities. As with all the other recreational developments in Chippewa Falls, as much of the natural setting as possible has been retained. The baseball fields, playgrounds, tennis courts, golf courses, camp areas, swimming pools, these are all tree-lined and fully landscaped. It contributes to the impression of vigor and healthfulness that our town inspires. Our children are happy, healthy children because of this way of life. There's nothing like getting out in the sunshine and enjoying yourself. This idea of constructive recreation has been handed down through the years and will continue to be as these children grow into mature young men and women. But play is not all that interests the young people. They are very much aware of the world around them, and this desire to know more about the world leads both youngsters and older folks to the Irvine Zoo. Here they can watch the monkeys, the peacocks, and all the other animals that they've read about in real life. A trip to the zoo is a big event, and much looked forward to. And we'll have to admit that some of the older folks get just as much kick out of coming here as do the kids. In general, everybody has a good time watching the animals. Unlike most menageries, at Irvine Park, some of the animals live fairly normal, uncaged lives. The area is fenced in, but they have much more space in which to roam around. There aren't too many of these old fellows left around anymore, but here in our town is one place that you'll see them for sure. The ancestors of these bison used to roam the prairies in great herds. There's also a bear den in the big park, not far from the zoo area, and from the looks of things, the kids are fascinated. The sun may set on our town, but that doesn't mean the end of family activity. Our people are a happy people, and from time to time, open street dances are held. This dance is being held for the benefit of the Youth Council, which is hoping in the future to build a community center, especially for teenagers. The council also conducts many of the charity drives in our town, and last year did an outstanding job for the Cancer Fund. The music takes up a faster tempo now, and thanks to our camera, so do all the dancers. There's some real fast stepping. We hope that you'll forgive us, but the folks here looked just like they were having so much fun, we thought we'd join in. These bright trucks are a familiar sight around our town. They bring to the people of Chippewa Falls the fine products of the Sally Ann Bakery. Originally founded the Chippewa Bakery in 1908, it was changed to its present name in 1920. Mr. Christ Lee, a master baker in Norway, came to this country, settled here in this area, and was the founder. It is truly typical of the old established businesses of our town. They take painstaking care in every step of their production, from first mixing the dough to the final packaging. All the people employed here are well experienced in every phase of the bakery production. Ewald Holdbeer has been with this fine company for 28 years, and George Wold, the foreman, has been here 11 years. In fact, the average employee has been with the company 20 years. All those years of experience make each person a highly skilled craftsman in the fine art of baking. Here we see loaves of bread ready to be molded before they are sent on to the oven. Every year, many groups throughout the trade area visit the Sally Ann Bakery to watch the interesting process and are fascinated by the intricate equipment that's valued at over $125,000. The loaves of bread are placed in an oven which is kept at a constant temperature of 540 degrees Fahrenheit. Well over 1 million loaves of bread are baked in this oven each year, to say nothing of the hundreds of varieties of cakes, cookies, and other pastries that are also produced. But even though they produce large quantities of bakery goods, the accent is always on perfection, whether it be small cookies or a specially designed wedding cake. After the loaves of bread are properly baked, they are automatically sliced and wrapped. This slicing machine makes over 20 million slices every year. Like the rest of the bakery, all machinery must be kept spotlessly clean at all times. To ensure the utmost cleanliness, the walls are covered with a special paint, and the floors are always exceptionally clean. This combination of cleanliness, combined with the best in baking equipment and top-notch personnel, accounts for the overwhelming success of the Sally Ann Bakery through the years. The wrapper automatically wraps and hot seals the wrapper with hot wax. Of course, before being sent out to their many distributors, the loaves are carefully examined. Industries like the Sally Ann Bakery are a real tribute to our town and its resourceful citizens. Our new City Hall houses the Police and Fire Department as well as the City Council. We are also proud of our fine Water Department and the new Waste Treatment Plant. The newest and perhaps most beautiful of public buildings here is the County Courthouse. Since our town is the seat of Chippewa County, it is natural that much of the governmental business be transacted here. The magnificent new building was constructed at a cost of $1 million, and the murals that decorate its outer walls are scenes from our area's early heritage, when the only citizens were the pioneers and Indians. Also located in Chippewa Falls is the county colony, where the mentally retarded are given instruction and taught various useful skills. Behind the new courthouse stands the county jail. Though the building is up to date and modern in every respect, it still has cells and wash days. Chippewa Falls has a first-class post office. Because our town is a large tourist center, the general delivery section of it is quite big and is always kept busy. The people of our town like to have fun, that's true, but they are also a deeply religious people. There are 16 churches of 9 denominations here. On the hill overlooking the city is the shrine of Our Lady of the Falls, dedicated to those who gave their lives in the 2 world wars and in Korea. Our town's educational system is one of the finest in the state. There are 12 schools, including 2 high schools, 1 vocational school, and 4 parochial schools. In the newest of the schools, the Southside Elementary, the latest principles of design have been incorporated. The hospital in Chippewa Falls, St. Joseph's, has 185 beds. All the very latest in medical techniques and applications are used in this modern and complete hospital. The staff is one of the most highly proficient in this section of the state, and it's another example of the fine care our citizens have available. The Armory is headquarters of the 426th Infantry of the Wisconsin National Guard. Chippewa Falls is also the county seat of the state office of the Farmers Union. The many details that make this organization so successful are transacted here. One of our most beloved buildings is the Rutledge Charities Building. Edward Rutledge left a $1 million endowment fund for this building and for welfare and social work. Besides the cabins and cottages, there are 5 hotels in Chippewa Falls. The largest of these is the Hotel Northern. At night, the hydroelectric plant of the Northern States Power Company can be seen for miles, lighting up the sky along the Chippewa River. Our town is often referred to as the Power City, a further example of the thriving industry that can be found here. One of the 2 modern motion picture theaters in our town is the Falls Theater, which can seat 775 persons. The other is the Rivoli Theater. Both of them add to the even recreation in Chippewa Falls with fine screen entertainment. Our town also has its own daily newspaper, the Chippewa Herald-Telegram. One of the most important buildings in Chippewa Falls is the First National Bank, whose history goes back to 1873. Essentially, it's a savings bank. The First National is locally owned and has assets of $9 million. Through the years, its deposits have shown a consistent growth in savings accounts. Our bank offers many services that are unique in the banking field. For the convenience of its depositors, there's a television set so that our citizens may transact their business and still watch their favorite program or the telecasting of national events. This modern proof machine makes the depositor's trip to the First National Bank more enjoyable by quicker, surer transactions. The Recordac keeps microfilm records of paper transactions. Other of the bank's machines sort out coins and wrap them. The use of these machines not only saves valuable time and effort, but also increases accuracy and speeds transactions involving change. The First National Bank has about $80,000 worth of equipment and now employs 22 people in its various departments. They are all trained in the aspects of banking procedure. The First National Bank was one of the first in the country to initiate the use of these intricate machines as a regular part of their business. Through the years of their growth, this idea of constantly trying to improve themselves and their banking methods has been the real keynote to their success. Another of the modern services that the bank provides for customer convenience is the letter drop and after-hour depository. Special 12-minute parking meters make parking easy. The Carnegie Public Library was actually started in 1894 when during a book social over 1,000 books were donated. By the turn of the century there were 5,000 books, but no good building which to house them. Andrew Carnegie then said that he would donate $25,000 for the building if our town would provide $2,000 yearly for upkeep. And as a result, the building was constructed in 1903 and now has approximately 23,000 books. One of the main sections of the library is the children's room, which occupies the entire lower floor of the building. In the children's room, there's a large playhouse which offers hours of pleasure to the youngsters. There's also a teenage alcove upstairs, as well as a parent shelf with books on family living and relationships. The library also has a telephone reference service, discussion group meetings, and many other community activities and services. But the story hours, whether conducted by a librarian or one of the children, is always something to look forward to. Children like Jimmy Kruger are assisted in choosing the correct books by capable people like Ann Thorpe. A sample of the most popular reading matter showed an interest for the young people in science, fiction, and biography. Of course, many of the kids still like to look at the colorful pictures of an old fairy tale. One of the unique systems used to create interest in books is that of giving each child his own treasure chest. For every book they report on, they are given a play coin, which they deposit in their chest. Later, a party is held for those who have 10 or more coins in their treasure chests. Refreshments are pink lemonade, ice cream, and cookies. And most of the kids don't like to miss a party like that. Our library encourages cultural development in all its forms. May O'Donnell uses pastels as her means of artistic expression. May is but one of the many children who find the library an exciting place. A mural done in tempera is the proud work of a group of teenagers. Yes, this is our town, a town that we all take pride in. We sincerely hope that you'll join us again when once again we ask you to visit more of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. This is our town.